Welcome to the Nightly Nuge.
Welcome to another edition of the Nightly Nuge. Welcome, Mr. Nuge, to the Nightly Nuge, which, according to you, every day is the Nightly Nuge. But how are you doing this evening, Ted?
I'm doing wonderful. I love Thursdays. I love Thursdays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays and Mondays and Sundays and Saturdays and Fridays. I love them all. I celebrate life. You know, carpe diem is the battle cry for the American dream. Thank God every day you're above ground. And even though I have, by the way, Keith, I thought I would mention to my fellow patriots out there on the Nightly News today that I have a very rare condition. In fact, according to the CDC and the government agencies and the Chinese Communist WHO, I have the only case of the flu on planet Earth right now. I actually have a very rare, which was thought to be an extinct condition. I actually have a case of that old historic flu. Isn't that amazing? But I'm taking care of it with chicken soup.
Yeah, there you have it. And hopefully you get to be on the mend. I noticed that the flu hasn't hit you so hard that you're not able to make it this evening. So that's a good thing. And I saw one of your personal friends in the news, Ted, a fellow Texan down there, Ted Cruz. You know, Ted Cruz, when referring back to January 6th a year ago, called it a violent terrorist attack on the Capitol. And, you know, at the same time, you saw our current vice president of the United States saying that what happened that January 6th is the equivalent of Pearl Harbor and 9/11 combined. And I just wonder what your take is on your friend, Senator Cruz, making such a comment. Although I know he did retract and apologize, but you know more about this than most people because you're in direct contact with him. What's your take on that whole thing?
Well, number one, Ted Cruz is a great man. Ted Cruz has always been there for constitutionality. In fact, he's one of the great patriots, constitutionalists in our government, and we can always rely on him for standing up for self-evident truth and we the people based on the self-evident truths within the Constitution. So I've always saluted Ted. In fact, I helped get him elected on numerous occasions, and I do keep in direct touch with him because there's a lot of issues in Texas that are referenced and relative to conditions in the United States of America, and Ted Cruz has always been there. However, once you've been in politics that long, you might be tainted. You might be infected with compromise. And compromise has always been touted as the art of politics, but that's not true. Compromise is the art of liberalism. Look who's in the White House. If that's not a direct result of overcompensation and giving up on self-evident truths, I don't know what is. So let's articulate what happened on January 6th and how Ted Cruz misspoke. And we have to hand it to him because he went on the great Tucker Carlson's show and admitted that he had misspoke and that he had used the wrong terminology in articulating his take on January 6th. January 6th was not an insurrection. January 6th included no firearms, no violent overthrow of the government, nor any assemblage capable, determined, or believing in the overthrow of the government. And I don't even want to consider where such stupidity comes from Kamala Harris, the vice president of the United States. To compare January 6th to Pearl Harbor or September 11th, 2001 is as vulgar and obscene and heartless and soulless as an American can possibly be. There's actually been Democrats, Keith, that have referenced the Holocaust as something parallel to January 6th, 2021. Are you kidding me? It really is an atrocity to reference Pearl Harbor and 9/11 in reference to January 6th. And Ted Cruz, to all his credit, went on Tucker and tried to explain himself. I didn't buy his explanation, but at least he was man enough to come to the fore and give it a shot. And I've communicated with Ted, and I think he finally realized that he stepped on himself. And I hope he has learned his lesson because January 6th was not a violent terrorist assault on the Capitol. It wasn't. Write it down, Ted.
Well, there you have it. You're up to speed on that topic. And if you come back again tomorrow night, we'll have some more of the Nightly Nuge. Ted, great take tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Keith. God bless America.